The following is an audio reading of one of Jacques Fresco's essays. Resource-based economy. The earth is still abundant with resources. Today, our practice of rationing resources through monetary methods is irrelevant and counterproductive to the well-being of people. Today's society has access to highly advanced technologies and can easily provide more than enough for a very high standard of living for all the Earth's people. This is possible through the implementation of a resource-based economy. Simply stated, a resource-based economy utilizes existing resources rather than money and provides an equitable method of distribution in the most humane and efficient manner for the entire population. It is a system in which all natural, man-made, machine-made, and synthetic resources would be available without the use of money, credits, barter, or any other form of symbolic exchange. A resource-based economy would utilize existing resources from the land and sea, and the means of production, such as physical equipment and industrial plants, to enhance the lives of the total population. In an economy based on resources rather than money, we could easily produce all of the necessities of life and provide a high standard of living for all. To further clarify the concept of a resource-based economy, consider this example. A group of people is stranded on an island with enormous purchasing power, including gold, silver, and diamonds. All this wealth would be irrelevant to their survival if the island had few resources such as food, clean air, and water. Only when population exceeds the productive capacity of the land do problems such as greed, crime, and violence emerge. On the other hand, if people were stranded on an island that was abundant with natural resources, producing more than the necessities for survival, then a monetary system would be irrelevant. It is only when resources are scarce that money can be used to control their distribution. One could not, for example, sell the air we breathe, the sand on the beach, or the salt water in the ocean to someone else on an island who has equal access to all these things. In a resource-based economy, all the world's resources would be held as the common heritage of all the Earth's people, thus eventually outgrowing the need for artificial boundaries that separate people. This is the unifying imperative. We must emphasize here that this approach to global governance has nothing whatever in common with the present aims of a corporate elite to form a world government with themselves and large corporations in control, and the vast majority of the world's population subservient to them. Globalization in a resource-based economy empowers each and every person on the planet to be the very best they can be, not to live in abject subjugation to a corporate governing body. All social systems, regardless of political philosophy, religious beliefs, or social customs, ultimately depend on natural resources, e.g., clean air and water, arable land, and the necessary technology and personnel to maintain a high standard of living. This can be accomplished through the intelligent and humane application of science and technology. The real wealth of any nation lies in its developed and potential resources, and the people who are working toward the elimination of scarcity and the development of a more humane way of life. A resource-based economy would use technology to overcome scarce resources by utilizing renewable sources of energy, computerizing and automating manufacturing, inventory and distribution, designing safe and energy-efficient cities, providing universal health care and relevant education, and most of all, by generating a new incentive system based on human and environmental concern. Unfortunately, today science and technology have been diverted from these ends for reasons of self-interest and monetary gain through the conscious withdrawal of efficiency, or through planned obsolescence. For example, it is an ironic state of affairs when the US Department of Agriculture, whose function is to conduct research into ways of achieving higher crop yields per acre, pays farmers not to produce at full capacity while many people go hungry. Another example is the choice of some companies to illegally dump solid waste into oceans and rivers to save money, when more ecologically sound disposal methods are available. A third example is the failure of some industries to install electrostatic precipitators in their factories, smokestacks to prevent particulate matter from being released into the atmosphere. Even though the technology has been available for over 75 years, the monetary system does not always apply known methods that would best serve people and the environment.